Hey everybody, Derick Van Ness here, wealth strategist, investor, and life adventurer. I've got something today that is a huge word of warning. Caution, caution, you need to hear this because I want to talk to you about what's going on in the economy and huge mistakes that I'm seeing investors making. I don't want you to make these mistakes, so listen up. This is your chance, okay? So here's the deal. The market crashed back in February, March. The market's been recovering, some different things are going on. It doesn't even matter if you're watching this video way later. What I'm about to say probably applies to the next 12, 18, 24 months. So this is really, really, really important, and it's this. I know a ton of real estate investors. I know a ton of people who do stocks. I know a ton of people who do a lot of things, and nobody knows what's going to happen, yet people are so anxious to jump in and get that good deal, to get a bargain on stocks or on houses or on real estate or whatever. Listen, you got to be smart about this. What looks like a good deal right now might be a terrible deal in 6 months. If you don't know your industry inside and out, my word of caution is to sit on your cash for now, right? Learn what's happening, let things shake out. Listen, in 2008, when things started to fall apart, they started falling apart for 6 months before most people even realized what was going on because banks stopped lending, but people didn't even know. It wasn't like the bank called you up and said, hey, we're not doing your loan. They said, no, hang on, we're trying to get it done. We just need a little more information. And they strung people along for 6 months. Once Lehman Brothers kind of hit the skids and went under, I think people woke up to the fact that something had been going on for a long time. But let's just think about that. A bank went under. That didn't just happen overnight. That had probably been happening for a year before they got so far along that they couldn't even pull themselves out of it. A bank. So if banks can make mistakes, so can you. Now, if you're in real estate and you're like, oh my gosh, this is a great deal, I can get it way below value, here's my word of caution to you. Don't buy it based on equity, right? Like thinking, oh, this house used to be worth $400,000 and I can get it for $250,000. That's a great deal. Here's the deal. In 6 to 12 months, it might be worth $175,000. We don't know. Now, the opposite of that with real estate is if it cash flows. We know rents are not going to go down in most cases because people need a place to live, right? And what do? When they lose their house, they have to rent a place, or people consolidate in rentals, but everybody's got to have a place to live, right? Now the stock market, it's the same thing. The market crashed, right now it's bouncing. We don't know what's going to happen, but buying something right now, if you're not a stock trader, if you're not a professional in that industry, chances are really good if you buy it, it could go down if you're speculating. Now here's the difference between speculating and investing. This is an important distinction. Investing is based on what something's worth right now and what it's actually worth. Speculation is making a bet on what it's going to be worth down the road. Now I know a ton of people make money in speculation, but a ton of people lose money in speculation too. As your friend, as someone who wants you to live a big life, I don't want you to take crazy risks at this point. Nobody knows what's happening. We've never been through a pandemic like this. We've never been through countries and worlds shutting down. So you need to be smart with your money. I would rather that you miss an opportunity now because I promise you, if you hang on to it, there are going to be some really big opportunities in the coming months and years, right? So don't be in a rush to part with your money. Don't be in a rush to spread yourself thin. We're just at the very beginning of this thing. So my word of caution to you is this. If you can't see how something's going to work, even under the worst circumstances, even if the market drops more, real estate, gold and silver, Bitcoin, real estate, whatever you're in, if you can't see how that's going to happen, then hang on to your cash, right? Like if that happens and you would lose, don't do it because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. We're in the Wild West right now. A lot of things that don't even make sense are likely to happen because people are going to get irrational, right? So there's opportunity in all that, but only if you're super, super knowledgeable in your area. If you're not, if you're just sort of knowledgeable, hang on, wait for the obvious home runs. I promise they are coming. Word to the wise. Think about this. Hang on to your cash unless you're absolutely sure you cannot lose because there will be a place for it somewhere down the road. If you have questions, let me know. Please pass this on to your friends. If this makes sense to you, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and let people know. People need to hear this message. You're going to have friends and family who are like, oh my gosh, XYZ stock's down. Let's dump a bunch of money in there. then that company's going to go out of business, or that stock's going to drop 20 or 30% more, or they're going to buy a real estate deal for $350 that used to be worth $450, thinking it's a great deal, and in 6 months it's going to be worth $250. We don't know. So if you're not a pro, hang on to your money. I promise the chances are coming. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Pass this on. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.